Is it okay? Hi Mariela.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. So you obviously scheduled this meeting like outside of our regular one-on-ones. So and you didn't really put like a what is it called? Like a reason for it. So I'm curious to know like what's going on then. You want
Yeah,
to
yeah. I've actually struggled a little bit to set up this meeting, to be honest. I think so the last meeting we had with the whole team, we were obviously working on the LGBTQ history month, calendar for the month. And I was really excited to present my idea. And to be honest, I really think that bringing awareness to the topic I want to bring to the calendar is very important. And when I presented it like nobody took the time to give me any feedback, or like good or bad. I kind of just got dismissed, and I feel more comfortable bringing this up to you because obviously you're my direct supervisor and stuff. But yeah, I think I just felt really dismissed, and like I would like I don't know, I'm kind of like upset about it, and I don't exactly know the proper way of going about it. So I just wanted to meet with you and see what thoughts you have.
Oh, okay. Um I don't, it doesn't really surprise me that you said something about it because I think during the meeting I could tell that there's like a shift in your mood because after you brought up your idea, you kind of like um sat back and you weren't really participating in the rest of the meeting. So I could tell something was bothering you. Um, so I will take responsibility for not realizing that that bothered you whatsoever. And I guess not also not realizing that like we were just dismissing you. Um, but I guess maybe not like my concern. My concern, I guess, was just that like I don't really know much about the topic you wanted to bring up, and I
Mhm.
didn't know how to defend you wanting to do the event because I didn't want um I don't know, I guess like people to like find the event problematic or us getting in trouble with like the dean of students or like the higher up offices. But I also don't want to use that as an excuse because obviously your feelings are very valid in feeling like um this is an event that you really want to do. Do you feel like that was just like is like an event that you are really you're kind of like a pro at and like a topic that you feel like you can really talk about and you don't feel like people will, I don't know, take it the wrong way or mistake it for something that it's not?
So I'm not like a pro at it. I think it definitely is a topic that I just learned about, like I think 2 weeks ago. But I was very intrigued by it because I myself hadn't heard about it. And I think from the reactions I had in the meeting, I think the rest of the team also didn't, and which I think reiterates my feelings towards wanting to have the event. But I also do understand that maybe I didn't present it in the most ideal way with enough information to back up the type of event it would be. It definitely does require a little bit more planning and actual detailed like execution of how we would do it. Because I also like I think that's what I was looking for in the meeting, like any again like any type of feedback or any just like ideas, because yeah, I was yeah, that was kind of it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I understand. So it's not that you were necessarily like trying to push the meeting to happen, but you really wanted people to hear out the idea and you really wanted everybody to I guess be more curious about the idea than instead of shutting it down or like I guess not acknowledging it is basically what everybody ended up doing. Um, and I really appreciate that you're like very willing to learn more about this topic. And I agree that I think we all probably should have given you more feedback or anything, really, any type of words of affirmation. I'm sure would have been better than everybody just staying silent and moving on to the next agenda topic.
Mhm.
Um, so I think we have like our next committee meeting in a few days, and I feel if you're comfortable with it, I would be comfortable with I don't want to use the word sticking up for you necessarily, because I feel like you are more than capable of like speaking for yourself. You just wanted that support. But if it
Mhm.
makes you feel better knowing that you have the support, if you want to bring up that event idea again, then I will 100% support it. And I could definitely look more into the topic as well so that I'm not going in there and being convinced by anybody else who thinks it's not a good idea.
Yeah, no, that's actually exactly what I'm looking for. I think I was just needing someone to also just like kind of advocate for me or kind of be like, oh, well, let's look into, Mariela's idea or something, which is exactly what what I was looking for and stuff. And I could work on developing a more proper proposal for the event as well.
No, I think that would be really good actually, because I definitely feel like as far as like different offices on campus is concerned, FSL is probably not the best equipped when it comes to like these matters of diversity and like taking on the or like helping put on events for this month. We're definitely not well versed in it, so probably looking into trainings and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Um, but I would be more than happy to like help advocate for you for like this event and help, I guess, draw up the proposal for you to like present to the other GAs and everybody else in like the dean of students office.
Yeah, perfect. And yeah, I think while we are also on this topic, I think you brought up a really good idea of like essentially us becoming more involved with other things. I do think that I could be doing more on my like with my GA position. I think the bulk of what I do right now is like sit in meetings and stuff or like do presentations, but I think there's more that I could be doing, contributing with like the research I can possibly be doing or going out more into campus and maybe tabling, whatever, like that type of stuff, like event planning. I think I'd be more interested in like practicing that and stretching that muscle out.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you that there's definitely more that you could be doing, and not in the sense that you're not doing anything, but in the sense that like sometimes it is hard for me to find things for you all to do. And I know I hear that a lot about like from other GAs and like other departments and stuff, that it's just like either they're like overworked like in housing, or in all the other offices they kind of just don't really do much. And my hands definitely aren't tied at all. Like I could give you all, I don't know, I have more tasks. I guess the thing that I struggle with is finding tasks for you all to do. So because I don't want to give, 4 people one thing to do.
Mhm.
But I mean, if you're comfortable with it, I could reach out to like the dean of students and maybe other departments on campus and see if any of them want to like kind of take you on under their wing. Well, I mean, along with FSL, like as long as you have your work done like in the FSL office, like I don't see why you wouldn't be able to like venture out and do work in other offices if they would want you, and if you would be comfortable with me like reaching out to them and saying or and asking if they have any, basically like any help that they need. I could like throw them a GA their way.
Yeah, I think I would actually like that because I would also just give me the experience of being in other departments. So that would be really awesome. Yeah.
And I also will recommend, like, since I mean, obviously, like this is the LGBT community committee. They also have committees for like Black History Month and then Women's History Month, and then like in April with Asian American History Month. So I definitely encourage you to join those committees too. This is the only committee I'm going to be a part of this year because I am in the spring I'm just like way too busy to be in other committees. But I think if you are in the committee and you represent FSL, like I would be more than happy to like support you in like the events that you think of for those committees. And I think now that you have experience here, like planning these events and also like knowing that you can advocate for yourself and knowing what you bring to the table, after we have like this talk with the committee in another day, I think you would have no problem like putting your ideas out there and creating like events that this campus hasn't seen before in all the other committees.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I totally agree. Hmm.
Yeah. So again, I mean, I just want to again apologize for definitely not advocating for you in the meeting. And I also don't want you to be scared of reaching out again if I do something like that again, or if I don't know, disrespect you or your time in any other way. Because I mean, I get that GAs, you don't get paid enough for the work that you do. But I do want you to get something out of it so that when you do start your job search, you feel like you can probably put this on your resume, and you can use me as a reference without feeling like I'm going to say something bad because, you came to me for some kind of concern.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I do appreciate that. And I do gladly accept your apology. And that's kind of why I did start here, because I know you'd be understanding of it and we would find an agreement together.
Yeah, thank you. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about for now?
No, I think that is it. Again, thank you for listening to me and being very understanding of my thoughts and how I was feeling towards the situation.
Okay, no problem. I'll see you in your office hours tomorrow then.